She witnessed a crash and thought the man involved was drunk.
It was like I saw my life flash before my eyes.
But according to his family, he was really having a medical emergency.
Because he don't just run off the scene. I knew he was trying to get to the hospital.
911 dispatchers told Hannah Payne not to follow him as he drove away, but instead of waiting for police, she took matters into her own hands and shot him.
No more Christmas. No more birthdays.
The jury's verdict and why both families have been getting death threats. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Hannah Payne was 21 years old back on May 7, 2019. She was riding in her Jeep when she spotted a 62-year-old Kenneth Herring crash into a semi-truck in Clayton County, Georgia. It's just south of Atlanta. They all stayed on scene until about 20 minutes went by and police still didn't show up. Herring suddenly got discombobulated. He got in his truck and drove off. It was later revealed that he was possibly going through a medical emergency, a diabetic shock, and just needed help. It was that series of events that ultimately cost him his life. It was one of several mistakes that Hannah Payne made that day. In court, Payne said that she got back in her Jeep and followed Herring, who she believed was drunk. They played the 911 call. The dispatcher clearly tells her to avoid pursuing him.
Okay, ma'am, we actually do not want you to chase him. We just want you to be safe. And
I understand.
To chase him.
But this is what bystanders saw shortly after at another location. His pickup truck cornered by her Jeep, and then a struggle.
If you can go back to that location where the incident happened, it's because someone is actually on the way to you guys now.
Okay, well, there's a police officer there, but he is drunk. I'm sorry that I'm here to tell you I'm not going to follow him.
Toxicology tests later showed that Herring had no drugs or alcohol in his system.
When I stopped, I was under the impression, with me having 911 on the phone, that I could just be kind of like a messenger.
She says that when she approached his car, they got into a shouting match, and Herring reached and grabbed her. She also claimed that he ripped her shirt and hit the gas pedal briefly, dragging her forward. That's when she says that she announced that she had a gun, then drew the gun and shot him. He later died at the hospital.
After it went off, my entire body kind of fell backwards. Like I was almost like I was falling over and I was trying to catch my balance.
This is police body camera footage showing the moment they arrived and approached her. Her attorney, Matt Tucker, arguing she was a Samaritan trying to do the right thing.
In her mind, she's a young individual trying to help out.
But a number of eyewitnesses saw it differently.
I thought she was banging at the window at first, but then I realized she was like attacking him through the window. Her arms were moving like this, get out of the car, MF her. She pulled the gun out and shot him. I could clearly see.
And you are positive she was saying MF?
Very positive.
You wasn't saying anything else, but positive that the curse word you heard was MF.
Yes, she was saying get out of the car, and then she shot him, and then she said, now you need an ambulance.
Prosecutors in the end convincing the jury that Payne murdered Kenneth Herring.
She wants you to believe that she was concerned and she wanted an ambulance and she wanted to assist and she wanted to help and make sure he was okay. She didn't care about Mr. Herring.
She was found guilty of felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, and several weapons charges. It took the jury about 2 hours to come up with that verdict. The judge ultimately sentencing Payne to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Now, after court, the district attorney in Clayton County mentioned that both the Herring and Payne families have been receiving death threats about this, and they plan to open criminal investigations against those who sent them. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.